All right, guys, here we go. In this video, we're going to take a look at Ethereum and the master trader, crypto trader over at In the Money Stocks, along with Gareth Soloway. And the previous video, we compared, their thesis on Bitcoin and ours. And I'm not doing this to, front anybody out or whatever. I'm just showing you that you can be someone like me that absolutely knew nothing about trading, but I was just desperate to learn. And I was a member, like I said before, over at In Money Stocks, got my foundation fundamentals there, so on and so forth. I mean, I was so desperate. I had additional part-time jobs to pay for the membership and additional courses in order to know, what was going on. And, I just didn't, at the end of the day, I just didn't want to, end up Wall Street kicking my ass, taking all my money and sending me home and having to live with that the rest of my life. So I was just, desperate to learn, desperate for, revenge, get my money back. Because at one time, I was a depositor. In other words, always putting money into the account. And then you want to get to the point where you are a withdrawer, taking money out of the account. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, and that's the main thing. No matter what influencer you see out there you think is, on Mount High, that's godlike or whatever, they're really not. We all lose, but we know how to lose small, okay, and then get back in the game. And then also you can get there too, okay? So don't be intimidated or whatever by anybody out there. You have the ability and the skills to get there and even surpass them if you want. So let's go ahead and get on with the video.
Let's check out the Ethereum chart. And as you can see on the Ethereum chart, it is trading in this rising wedge-like pattern. And what's cool about this is that its current resistance acted as previous support in the bull market, as you can see right here. Now, when looking at its support, you can see that extends all the way back to March of 2020 in the COVID crash. And what's even cooler about that is that there's confluence on the high that Ethereum made back in the 2017 bull market. So if ETH continues down in this zone, I'd expect it to find support at around $14,000.
1400, right?
14, sorry, $1,400, which was the previous bull market's high, or the 2017 bull market high, as well as right around this support line that I've outlined here on the chart. So that's what I'm looking at for ETH and Bitcoin. I'm going to pass it over to Gareth so he can get into some stuff.
Okay, great job, great job. Respect. Now, this is our thesis on near term, anyway, on Ethereum, okay? And first of all, let me say you want two or more factors. In other words, two or more things to line up with your thesis that price is going to bounce, move near term to the upside, or is going to roll over and continue moving to the downside, okay? And then on top of that, you want to be able to name and identify what that pattern is. Why is it going to bounce to the upside? If you have two or more reasons, factors, identification of formations, and you have an 83 to 87% probability chance that it's going to work out for you. Okay, so here's our chart on it. A little bit different take, of course. And here we go. First of all, we have this long-term uptrend line going back to November of 2022, and we believe that was the low that was put in for crypto. Okay, now if we come back or whatever and overtake this and go below it, I think we're going to have more problems than wanting to know what the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything else is. Okay, so anyway, I have this uptrend line that's so far held support each time it's hit. Now this is present day. Uh, uh, you know, right now, what is June 15th? We're just over that line. But more importantly, we have several factors here, okay, to help for a near-term bounce back up to the upside, okay? Because we've had a pretty good pullback. Number one factor is at 200, okay? See back here, and again, if you looked at the Bitcoin video we did, anytime price is coming down from an extended price range, and to me, this is not extended, just, a little bit above the 200, you'll bounce off or consolidate and bounce off that 200. Here, we're pretty good range above and the 200, okay, from this extended location. That's what you do. You got to go back left. everything you want to know about the chart, price action, as far as resistance going up or support coming down, et cetera, is going to be to the left hand side of your chart. Okay. So yeah, so right now we have two potential good factors here. The uptrend line, number one, and then the 200, even more importantly, there for a high probability to bounce here. Now, you had in your third one, which is your 0.618 fib, which has a high probability of support as price coming down. And then if price is coming up into it, it works as a pretty good resistance area. Okay. Now, should we fall there? Should we bounce up? Matter of fact, I like to clear out unless it's a this pattern right here where you have a real strong bottoming tail. Let me pull that in so you can actually see something here. Unless you have a real strong bottoming tail and then you close over a significant price level, i.e. A high pivot, a low pivot over on the left-hand side of the chart, or in this case, a significant moving average. Matter of fact, the two most important moving averages on your chart are the 20 and the 200. You look at any of my charts, that's the only thing I'll have on there. Not that we don't use the others, but these are the most important. Okay, so you had one factor here, two being the candle formation one, two, the 200, and three, this bullish engulfing clearing takeout candle that took out the previous candle. So you can kind of scale in here for a potential reversal. Now today, we don't really have that so much, and just during this video we pull back a little bit the price of Ethereum. Now we're just right there on this uptrend line. But anyway, for Ethereum, I would like to take out this red candle here. Okay, so maybe some price action, like this pullback, a W formation in this location right there for for any type of potential long position. All right, because technically, if you look at this, this is all one big red candle there. Okay, and that's going to be a lot of resistance to try to get back up and through. Who knows, how many people bought up in here, and the closer you get, more people are selling because it's, coming back into their price range. Okay. But anyway, I'm getting kind of long in the tooth here explaining it, but that's what we look for. We look at, multiple factors, multiple things on the chart and be able to identify them and name them. Just like, your heart surgeon, he goes in to operate on you. Hopefully he's not going in and going, well, I hope this is it. I think this is it. I read this on Twitter that this could be the problem. This is where I need to stick that stent, that sort of deal. You want him to be able to identify the problem and have as much odds and probability on his side when he operates on you. Bad analogy, but hey, you get what you pay for here. But guys, thanks for watching. Hang in there. Give us a follow on Twitter. Check out our Patreon members group, and we will see you on the charts.